Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that is due to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Those in the gospel brother from the standard of Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is a quick in transit through the Spirit. Something I try to do every morning if the Spirit is on me to do so. Titled that y'all will be tried. And one thing I love about this, the truth, man, and the brothers, it's a hive effort. You know, if your brothers ever seen the Candyman movie, when Burke said Candyman and he's the whole damn hive, and you notice that they always kind of feeding off each other due to the afflictions they were catching by being these men that were persecuted by the Edomites or Esau. And it was beautiful because it's the same thing with this truth, man. Sometimes when you don't understand the topic to go into, sometimes it can be a key component or a word or whatever a brother may have said that give you the inspiration to do what you have to do, which is of the Holy Spirit. Okay, so that's what's beautiful about this. Like, if the Spirit haven't gave me a direct topic, I can look at 2-3 minutes of a video and make a video out of a word or whatever. You know, it's just like it's a talent that the Most High give the brothers, man. You know, that's why, man, there's no excuse as to why brothers are not doing the work. Now, we understand that, you know, we will be tried in the flesh, in the spirit, the mind, the body, and sometimes the spirit just don't be giving you topics, man. You know, sometimes it just don't do it because, you know, we all going through a growth process. Like the beloved brother from Atlanta, he said, look, there has not been one man that have not been tried that you see on a high plateau that haven't hit a spiritual low. Okay, he gave good examples. He said Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, Kobe, you know what I'm saying? The apostles and elders, everybody has been tried or will be tried to some degree. Whether it's in, you know, the mortifies of your body, like the scriptures say, we're going to mortify the deeds of the flesh. You know, because every day, you know, part of you die. And you grow and you grow and you grow. You know, at least you're supposed to spiritually, even though you might not see it. You know, like a lot of times if you in the gym bodybuilding, you be pumping that weight, you be hitting iron and shit. And I mean, eventually you do notice your gains, but sometimes you be so accustomed to being in the gym and hitting them reps, sometimes you don't even realize your gains, man, until you say, oh, damn, I am getting bigger. Well, other people realize it even if you don't. And that's a big thing with bodybuilders. A lot of bodybuilders are not satisfied with, you know, with their situation as far as what they at, and that's why they continue to push forward. Same thing with this truth, man. You know, because a lot of bodybuilders, they notice their gains, but they don't notice it like other people. And it's the same thing with spiritual growth. You might not see how you've grown, but it tells other people to measure your spirit. Like, well, damn, bro, you did grow. You know, you doing this now. Okay, so it's a good thing. All right, to keep that in mind. And another thing too, that I know a couple guys when they go work out, they don't wear like certain clothes. They wear long sleeves of big shit because they was like, well, look, man, I'm focused on the gains, but I don't want to see it. I just want to go and I want to feel the burn. And then when I get to where I'm at, then I can kind of flex a little bit, man. And that's a humble thing. You know, that's a humble attitude to take, and that represents taking a low. Which a lot of jakes, man, you know, a lot of us at times, because, you know, look, we believe we're great. A lot of times we don't really know how to take the low. You know, and I mean, it's a thing, it's a process. It ain't something you learn to do overnight, because coming out of a world, you know, you're always on the defense, always on the up and up. You always have to prove a point. And that's the poison that this world has put upon us, to the point we always have to prove ourselves that we're better than the next person. And this truth is not about that, man. This truth is ultimately about taking a low. Okay, so what I'm getting at is the fact that, look, brothers, we all gonna go through things. Like right now I'm going through a couple of things in the flesh, and I kind of figured out what's happening now. Okay, I figured it out now, you know, to a certain degree, and it makes sense as to why I've been feeling shitty for several months. But you know what, it's a test from the Lord, man. You know, okay, it could be something as small as things as far as driving a fucking car that's killing your ass and you don't even know, based on the negligence of somebody else. But it's all a test, because hey, man, we getting ready to go through some things in this society, that diseases and pestilence and hydrogen bombs and types of germ warfare is getting ready to be put upon us, man. So I believe through the Spirit, the Lord is building us up to be able to endure these certain afflictions, man. Because I haven't been 100% since like January, you know. And when I started getting better, you You know, I started getting better because I got my moments when I'm better, when I feel good, and I got my moments when I'm low. But when I hopped in my other vehicle yesterday, that's when I started feeling low, and I was like, oh shit, this is a fucking exhaust leak, man. But you didn't really notice it at first. It was something that happened over a period of time. So it was like, why am I feeling faint every time I drive this car? And then every time I drive the fucking car, I remember when I took it to the first guy, I think he sabotaged it, man. Because, you know, when he fucked it up the first time, me and him kind of had a couple of words. From what I thought, we came to understanding and an agreement that he was going to fix it, and he did it. But ever since then, I'm assuming that he sabotaged it. Basically, the nigga tried to, just from what I believe through the spirit, the nigga tried to kill me, man. Him inhaling poisonous gases, and I'm thinking that, you know, I mean, a lot of shit is allergies and shit. But here this man really tried to take my ass out because I'm breathing fucking invisible toxins that you can't even smell. Then I realized like my exhaust manifold got fucking hole in it, man. The bolts, and I'm like, this car got low mileage. Ain't no way in fucking hell these bolts can fry like that. So my thing is, he did it. You know, so I was like, that's the reason why I've been fucking lightheaded and feel like I'm getting ready to give up the fucking ghost, man. I was like, okay, you know, but it's all good now. It just really dawned on me. I'm like, this makes a lot of sense now, you know, but nonetheless, like, just different afflictions in the body, you know, whether it be demons fucking with you, you know, with your health, or, you know, different, just whatever you're going through, brothers, man, you know, count it all joy. But it's not fun when somebody's trying to sabotage your ass and kill you. But see, we got to get used to that because, hey, believe it or not, man, he got agents and splinter cells set up around us to somehow to sabotage us, man. You know, because when I got the car checked out yesterday, now what's so funny about this is the fact that the exhaust leak, you don't really smell it until you smell it. It comes and goes, okay? But when I took it to this place that did my Cadillac converter yesterday, and I went in there, and this is another place, and I brought it up there because I've been dealing with these people for over a month because I kept getting this code, Cadillac converter code. I'm like, it's brand new, ain't no way in fucking hell. So I'm like, okay, it's an exhaust leak. Dangerous as fuck, right? So I went up to the shop yesterday, the Cadillac converter shop that I've dealt with, that actually fixed it, the Cadillac converter. But then I went in there, man, and the mechanic, he just had a real fucked up attitude with me. He just had a real condescending spirit with me. Like, oh, that's $1,100. He like, well, you know, you drive it to check in. Like, you know, he's just getting real lippy with me. So I'm just kind of like, I'm like, man, whatever, dude, chill. You know, because I ain't gonna really talk shit to somebody that's gonna fix my car and shit like that. But he already had a fucked up disposition towards me. So I had them to check it out. So when they checked it out, dude was like, well, look, you're gonna have to keep it here for at least a day. So all of a sudden, they brought it back there. I was there for like 30 minutes, and he brought the car back out. He said, arch the bolt heads. He said, you get it fixed. But he said, I don't do that kind of work. But I'm like, what you mean you don't do that kind of work? You just said it was going to be $1,100. What do you mean you don't do it? Obviously, you said you do fucking work. And since they gave me the car back, that's when the shit got worse. So I don't know if he punctured a hole in a muffler. I don't know if he did something extra. But it's a lot worse than what it was. And then I started feeling faint yesterday. So I was like, I'm suffering from slight levels of carbon monoxide poisoning, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, that's why I've been feeling faint. You know, kind of dizzy and shit. Because it fucks with your allergies, man. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm like, this is what's happening. So I'm like, I ain't going back there. You know, so it's just one of them things that, man, this devil, he's trying to take us out. There's going to be an all-out attack on the man of the Lord because honestly, brothers, y'all don't know who know you or who watches you, okay, or who has a deep, dark hatred for the work that you're doing out here on these streets, man. Because that ain't no coincidence. And I mean, Satan just hop on people and do bugged out things like that. But nonetheless, it's all because we're engaging in his work, okay? But hey, the Spirit of the Lord still got me here, okay? Even though, you know, I felt like my health was declining, nonetheless, man, you know, just being circumspect, your health comes back. But nonetheless, man, it was all due to being sabotaged, man. You know what I'm saying? Because these devils are trying to take us out because they don't want this word out here. Like when they see you, it's something on your spirit or in their spirit that don't like you. You know, and it's the same thing with people in the world. It be family members, man, because the brother on a testimonials channel, he did a video yesterday and had a dream that persecution was coming, and this was from people that you know, okay? Your parents, your sisters, your brothers, your mothers, father, cousins, aunts, all right, your women. Namely, you know, a lot of persecution is going to come from dealing with women, because what happens is
of time before she concocts some bullshit lie on you that you've done something you didn't do. You see what I'm saying? And that's the type of mentality you gotta have, man. Like the brothers always say, hey, if you ain't in this truth, you an agent. Like in the Matrix, anybody can become a potential agent at any given moment. So watch what you say and how you behave around certain people. It's best to not even let people know what you're about. When you go to work, don't be going on a job talking about you're an Israelite, man. Just blend in. You know, like I work with these Edomites, they don't know a damn thing about me. They don't know what I'm about. They don't know what I do. They don't know who I am. As far as they know, I'm a happy family man. You know what I'm saying? And that's all they need to know. They know I got a wife, I got a kid, and I'm happily married. That's all the fuck they need to know. They don't need to know what I do, how I do it, what I think. You know, and that's just how you gotta keep. You gotta be incognito with things, man. You know, don't go there wearing a Hebrew Israelite mantle. Though it sucks, you can't be who you're supposed to be. But remember, we in captivity, and the Lord said, "Behold, I send you as sheep in the fold amidst the wolves," man. Because when you start revealing too much, that's when people start to act on that behalf of you, man. Okay, that's when they start making phone calls and they start watching you. This is when they type in email addresses and shit you do pop up. Okay, and they may not say nothing to you directly, but notice the spirit of them changes towards you. Okay, so hey, another thing too, you're dealing with a woman, you meet a new chick, don't tell her you're an Israelite, man. Just don't. That trust me, you don't want to do that. And it sucks because, you know, this is the woman you end up falling for. You like her, you love her. You feel like, well, look, man, she should know. She should know what I'm about. She should know that I have knowledge in the truth and that we have the answers to what's going on in the world. You think they appreciate that? No, they do not. Okay? They do not appreciate that because now what you're doing is starting to interfere with their wicked mindset. So therefore, no, you can't wear that badge of mantle on you all the time. Now, they find out, they find out. Overall, man, you don't go to a fucking bar or you don't meet a woman online or whatever, or meet her at the store and say, hey, baby, guess what? I'm a Hebrew. You don't do no shit like that, man. You grow, you know? And, you know, eventually, if you're with her for a long time, eventually she will find out, you know? Because, I mean, shit, if you with her, you living with her, she living with you, or you seeing her every week, eventually she's going to catch on to it because she's going to snoop. You know, whether she follow you, she's like, what are you going out every Saturday? What do you do every Saturday? Why you always leave the house at such and such a time? Why you always go there? Eventually, she gonna find out what you about, but hey, that's for her to find out. That ain't for you to tell her. You know? I mean, even if you put down certain rules in your house, just be like, well, look, shit, man, my parents grew up very strict. You know, my parents grew up like, look, man, it was no nonsense. They didn't take no shit. Okay? So you gotta keep that incognito spirit in your mind. Shalom, Akim, and Akwathium, all you brothers and sisters out there on the comment board. Shalom to you. How about Shemam Shai Barakatham? But yeah, as I was going into, we're all going to be tried, man. Like Paul, hey, he was tried in the flesh. He had a thorn in his flesh. He prayed to the Lord 3 times to get rid of it, and the Lord kept it on him to keep him humble. Because remember, out of all the apostles, Apostle Paul was on the highest level of them all. So it made sense why the Lord kept the balance. Because if he didn't afflict Paul, like he says, he was robbed by his countrymen, he was stoned and put to death, he was shipwrecked 3 times, man. Okay? He was being hunted. He was getting robbed by all other Israelites. You know, the Lord put him through a lot of things to keep his integrity in this thing. Because once you get high-minded in this truth, and you start to really believe you more than what you are, you'll lose sight of the vision, man. You know, like right now, man, I'm getting kind of fucking lightheaded now. You know what I'm saying? But I know now what is coming from being around the exhaust leak so much and not realizing it. You know, so yeah, but nonetheless, man, we gonna keep pushing. Because, hey, the Lord, he's going to heal us all. The Lord's will we found worthy. The Lord's will that we continue to fight this good fight, man. Because it's all about enduring. All right? Now, we ain't going to say do anything stupid or negligent that's going to disrupt your chances of getting salvation. But nonetheless, man, hey, through the Spirit, hey, you know, we got to keep pushing in this thing. Because you got brothers that suffer from a lot of infirmities, man. You got brothers that got life-threatening ailments, man. And I know a few brothers in that predicament, but you would never know about it because they keep it on the wraps, man. You know. But anyway, that being said, too, man, we coming into some exciting times. All right, you know, this whole system is getting ready to fall, collapse, and it's falling as we speak. Because I was reading an article yesterday, and it was going into how within 6 months. Possibly see an entire global collapse, man. Okay, a global collapse, which is the food, because through the food, they're gonna shut down the whole economic system, man, the supply chains. I believe it was Harry Kissinger that said, man, if you control the oil, you control the nations, but if you control the food, you control the people. And this is a quote, man, by a so-called white man, an Edomite. Now, where are we at now? Klaus Schwab said it, look, food shortages, the Great Reset. These are things that these people have manifested and that is happening through left-hand energy. So what do we have to do? We have to continue to endure the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, man. Alright? Because if we don't endure, then, hey, we ain't gonna make it, man. He endured to the end, the same should be saved. Alright? Let's see here. Nobody type the precepts here. Nobody type the precepts. Salakia, man. I was saying that brothers take precepts or not, but yeah, he endured to the end. The same should be saved, man. Okay, so it's a matter of enduring and persevering through this thing. Yeah, it's hard. It's not going to be easy, but like I said, no battle of a warrior was going to be easy, man. Like you got battles that warriors fought the best. Like if y'all watch that movie, Return of the Dragon, Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris. Bruce Lee was plowing through everybody in that movie, but at the end of the movie, hey, he's getting his ass whooped by fucking Chuck Norris, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they had to call him in because he was causing such an uproar in Rome because they was trying to take over the restaurant and could nobody beat him. And then they had to call in a favor from America, which was Chuck Norris. And they was like, is Coke good? They say, yeah, Coke good. He'll beat Tung Lung. Tung Lung was Bruce Lee. Coke was Chuck Norris. And he called him in, and basically, man, at the end of the movie, man, Bruce had to really get his shit intact because he was fighting carelessly, man, because Bruce had that spirit on him like, yo, damn, Salakia, man, I didn't even realize I went out. But anyway, like I was saying, man, I don't know if y'all got the last 5 minutes, but anyway, you got to cut out certain things in the flesh, man. You got to adapt to certain lifestyle. If you want to be more profitable to Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, you would have to adapt and cut out certain things, man. Whether it's certain foods, alcohol, whatever it may be, cutting out, going out, spending money, whatever it is to give you a solid footing in his faith, And that's Satan, he cut me off, man, I went through, I guess, a dead zone, but regardless of that, I'm going to end it here, man. I'm at the place giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bashimi Hawashai, Bashimi Kakadash, double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. And with that, Shalom and a Baba Ball.